सबको नमस्ते। कबीर जी के शब्दों पे विचार करेंगे। गुरु कुम्हार शिष्य कुंभ है, गड़ी गड़ी काढ़े खोट, अंतर हाथ सहार दे, बाहर बाहे चोट. So in English it would be guru or the master, and it's not necessary that there is only one master. The whole universe, the whole flow of life can be called as the guru or master. गुरु किस तरह से होता है, और एक अगर फिजिकल गुरु भी है, इफ वी हैव अ फिजिकल गुरु ऑल्सो, और अ गुरु दैट वी connect in with our hearts, whether he may be physically there or not. Guru is like a potter. The master, your mentor, is like a potter, kumhar, who, when on the potter's wheel, you have a clay utensil being formed. So how he forms the clay utensil is that he gives it support from inside so that it doesn't break, and from the outside he presses, like from here and then there, and all the sides which are uneven and which needs to be smoothened, it presses, he presses so that all the the shape becomes harmonious. And if he only does the hammering from outside, then it's not really very nice, because then it can go with the force, it can go inside, the soft clay can go inside and it can get deformed. So there has to be a balance between the support that he gives from inside, and when we translate into the practical life, it can be also related to that the heart of a guru and disciple is one. The heart of whoever your mentor is, with whom you resonate, the heart of the mentor and the disciple is one. And owing to that inner oneness, so there is a support from the inner side. The heart is one. The disciple knows that the guru wants only the best for me. So he has faith in the guru. He has faith in the divine. He has faith in the universe, in the life. And then he allows, in that receptivity to the guru, to the life, to the universe, he allows the blows to come. And so he's receptive to the blows. He's not resisting the blows. So he allows the blows to come, and he allows the hammering to be done, so that the rough edges of this earthen pot, clay pot, which is the disciple himself, are smoothened in the process. So it can also be related to, we have an outer nature, we have our thought, feelings, we have a kind of a personality, emotions, and then we have an inner nature. So Guru connects with the disciple through the inner being. There is oneness through the shared being. And yet we know that there is a lot of imperfections in the outer being, in the outer personality. So they have to be worked upon. The outer personality has to become beautiful, it has to become harmonized, and it has to become more mellow, supple and flexible. It has to become kind slowly, when we talk about shattering of the ego. So all the thick crude elements have to go away, and the smoothness has to come. So Guru, in the first line he says, Guru Kumhar Shish Kumbh hai. So the disciple is like the earthen pot which is now being developed. Guru is the potter, Kumhar. Gadi gadi kade khot. So he hammers and chisels out all the weaknesses away. He chips away the weaknesses so that only the goodness remains. That's the task of the Guru. Antar hath sahar de. In the second line he says, Antar hath sahar de. So he allows the support from the inner side. He's totally one. He has a shared being with the disciple. And hence, because the disciple has trust and faith in the Guru, so owing to this presence of trust and faith, he allows the hammering and chiseling by the Guru to happen. So we can also see it in a way that how universe, the flow of life, gives us from time to time certain blows and difficulties and challenges, and how if we are receptive, and if we say to ourselves that all of that, whatever is happening for my own good, it's making me softer, kinder and gentler, then with that faith which supports us from inside, we can allow the hammering from outside to happen. So we can allow this formation of a beautiful individuality to happen. So yeah, I thought I'll just share these reflections upon it. And please allow yourself also to maybe muse over it, reflect over it, and maybe more insights then dawn upon coming from within. Yeah. Thank you so much.